Test. All right, listen up. Sit down. All right, welcome to our Star City BMX Banquet. Thank you all for coming. Hope everyone's nice and fat and happy after all that delicious Isles pizza. I know I am. All right, let's get things started here. So first we're going to go through with our annual meeting. So I'm going to call our board members that need to come up one at a time to kind of go over their slides, and then we'll jump into what's coming up for this year, and then we'll jump into the awards. So first up is the agenda. Dinner. If you missed that, sorry. Introduction, 24 recap, community reports, 24 board, 25 track projects, awards, and sponsors. All right, let's get this thing started. So this is this recap of photos that we collected. Put in a couple slides. See if you can find yourself. The corn cup. The move up awards. Thanks, Alex, for photobombing. On to our grands report. We had quite a few riders do pretty good. A couple of riders brought home trophies, big trophies, like Kylie Snell, Jason Ott. Got Schmidt on there, Hanson, on the cranes. So here's the list of all, if you guys missed it, of what of our local riders did, our local Nebraska riders. So, like I said, Ott, Schmidt, Crane, Liddell got some hardware. Laidhoff got some hardware as well. And Kyla Reed. All right, let's go on to reports. So, fundraising report. Natalie.
So this year, our first fundraiser will be at the Noodles and Company on 50th and I got a big enough mouth they can hear me. It'll run for 2 weeks, and you can go anytime. There's a little form that I'll be sending out probably this week sometime. You just fill it in, and I think at the last day, any sales from that, I think will go to the whole overall. And then April will have our Chipotle fundraiser. May will be Runs Up. We're doing a collab with Ivana Cone, and we're looking into doing a shoe drive once the season kind of starts. We'll have everybody bring used shoes to the track, and then we get money for that. And if you can think of anything else that is local that does fundraising for nonprofits, if you could message us about that. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Natalie. Next up are trophies. Mr. Last Straight himself, Alex Snell.
24 recap awards. Actually, Tim gets a lot of the credit for these nice the chain awards for Corn Cup. Those were fun. You can see the Halloween awards. We'll have some fun ones this year for state. I know everyone likes the big ones, so we'll see about that. But hang tight. We'll have something fun this year.
Thank you, Alex. All right, next up, social media report. Miss Mackenzie Slipka.
Hi everyone. If you've been around, you know that the best place to get all the info is on our Facebook and our Instagram. So please, not only like our pages to get info, but like comment on them, share things. The more that you share and comment things, it will help get the word out, and that's what we want to do is grow this sport. You can go to the next slide. Just a recap of some posts. We'll also be doing probably some ads on Facebook and Instagram when we do like our Riders League. So also just comment on those. Help share the good news.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. Remember, if you don't like us on Facebook, how do we know if you like us or not? That's an old Jim Riley joke. All right, next up, Rider League. The famous Chris Saunders.
All right, so we'll be having our third year of New Riders League. We were super stoked with this past year. The first year we had 10 riders out that went through the program. The second year, last spring, we had 20, and all the riders seemed to really follow through pretty well and race during the year. So it's great to get new riders out that way. And if you're not familiar with the New Rider League program, it's through USA BMX. It costs $150. With that, they get basically 5 weeks of training, if you want to call it, and coaching on how the races work. Otherwise, it's pretty intimidating if you just go out and try to figure out the race boards and starting and everything else, and then the obstacles on the track. So the Racers League really does help out quite a bit. We tried it for this past fall, but I pulled the plug a little bit too late to do that and didn't have a great turnout, but we're going to try it again. If we do try it this year, we'll start advertising a lot earlier. But for the spring, we'll start our open house the last Tuesday of March. Tuesday night, 6 to 8 out at the track. All of the Racer League races or training will be in April on Tuesday nights, again 6 to 8. And hopefully their first race then will be the first Sunday in May. But we'll have to, hopefully the weather will cooperate with us. But otherwise, anything you can do to encourage people or friends to get out and try it, it'd be great to get them out there. So anyway, it's a great program.
All right, thank you, Chris. All right, Grounds Crew report. The man, the myth, the legend, Casey Easel.
Not much to report here. Just appreciate what everybody does for, when you come out and we have these big rainstorms and we're pulling tarps and we're putting the lime down. So it takes truly a team to make this work. So appreciate what you guys do. Continue to help, any way you can. I know Chris has been helping me a lot, but we try and post, if it's raining, come out early. That's where we need it. If it's raining, we got the ruts, we got to make some things happen before we can race. So just appreciate what you guys do. Thanks.
We appreciate what you do, Casey. Just so you know, the track's never been mowed more than it has in the last few years since Casey's been our Grounds Crew guy. All right, treasure report. Old Anthony Slipka.
All right. So we got, I don't even know how to count first off, but. So right now in our funds, we got 30,000 right now. Seems like a lot, but we've got everything going on with the building upgrades, trying to get everything in compliance. And then the pump track funds are separate. So those are 55,000 in there. We're not using that for anything else except for the pump track. So we're sitting okay right now, but we're gonna have to probably look at some other fundraising stuff. It's gonna cost a lot of money just to get everything in compliance, let alone build the pump track. But yeah, so that's 2025 priorities: is site compliance, doing the building upgrades, and then the pump track. Everything's gonna kind of happen at the same time, kind of on a tight time frame this year, so that's all I got.
Yeah, to expand on what Anthony said too, like he was saying, we got kind of two huge projects going on this year. You'll see it coming up in slides, so we'll talk more about when we get to that point. All right, concessions up next. Here you go, Cheryl.
All right, we had a good season. We tried some new stuff. Some went well, some didn't. So we'll continue to try new things. If there's any requests, suggestions, please send them my way. We had a lot of suggestions and requests for healthier items. Every healthy item I brought in, I couldn't sell. So you guys got to give me some ideas that you're going to buy. I'm happy to do that. We are super excited about the new building and the new concessions that we are going to be introduced to. Clean, new equipment, much more space. So what that means is if one adult from every family that races would volunteer one weekend, we would cover every weekend. Please, I'm begging. I will have my shoulder redone again in March. I'm out 4 months. I need help this season. You don't have to cook a thing. You don't have to do a single dish. I do all of it for you. You have to show up, sell, sweep, and leave. One adult from each family would cover every weekend. I am begging and pleading. But if you have suggestions, ideas, let me know. I'm open to just about anything. We're going to get some new equipment, which will allow our refrigeration and freezing to work much better. So I will have more options about leaving things that are refrigerated, frozen, etc. So, got ideas? Throw them at me. Love to hear them. And volunteer.
Thank you, Cheryl. And also, too, I want to express how thankful we are for Cheryl. She's really kicked butt on the whole concession thing, and so thank you. And like she said, she really needs help. It's a hard position to fill, and so if you are willing to just help out on just all you gotta do is show up on Sunday and help out. So we really appreciate it. All right, you want to do this, Tim, or you want me to do it? All right, so this is what our board for the last year looked like. And so you know, I'm highlighted yellow because I'm special. No, it's actually highlighted. So my position on our board, I'm actually not a board member. Track operator is actually separate, and so that's why I asked. So there's separation. So even though the track operator and the board works together, we are two separate entities. So go on the moving on to 24, Julie Sondra, been a long time board member, so for 10 years. She's stepping down this year, and so I thank her for all of her volunteer hours and everything she does. And so maying on to the 25 board, we do have one vacancy. We put out a post a couple weeks ago, or a while ago, asking if you want to apply for it, or just send us a message. If you are interested, please get with us after the meeting or in the next couple days if you're interested in being on the board. But so you guys know, we're allowed to have 15 board members, and so right now we're sitting at 14, so that's why we only have one spot open. Does that make sense? All right, move on to the 2025 schedule. So like Chris was saying, we got Riders League coming up in April. And if you got friends, family that's interested in the sport, please let them know about the Riders League, direct them in our direction. It's a great way to get started. We are hosting the Corner State Games again in July. And then our one and only big race weekend this year, which sounds odd, but as I'm going to tell you right now, as a track operator, as a board, we're actually relieved we only got one big race weekend this year because we got a lot going on behind the scenes with our projects. So yeah, July 3rd through the 6th, we have our state qualifier weekend. And like normal, we'll make a big 4th of July, fireworks, blow a bunch of stuff up, have a bunch of fun. So, and hoping that the Sam Jam will still be on the 3rd, as usual. We really don't know about that until about June. All right, if you guys haven't seen, the Gold Cup schedule is out. So my 20 plus years of being in BMX, this is the first time Nebraska's ever seen 2 Gold Cup qualifiers. So make sure you mark your calendars. You do need 2 qualifiers if you want to be eligible for a Gold Cup plate, come to the Gold Cup final. So it's pretty cool, we got 2 Gold Cup qualifiers. One's 2 hours away, another one's 45 minutes away. So make sure you mark your calendars for that. Coming soon. So we got clinics. Justine and Trisha, you guys want to come up and speak on that? Oh man, we got a list. Oh man.
Okay, I'm Trisha, as I think most people know, and this is Justine. This year we've tag teamed to support our BMX clinics here at Star City. And as some people know, I like to talk and I like to explain things in my posts, so I have a few things that I'd like to say. So these clinics will take 2 forms, either a mini clinic or a mega clinic. And the mega clinics will be longer. They'll be focusing on gates, corners, pumping, and manually. The shorter mini clinics will most likely fall during the week, so they'll be a couple of hours long, mainly focusing on 1 skill or 2 skills, depending on what leaders we have available and if it falls on a school night, things like that. We even have coaches who have offered to extend their knowledge of strength and conditioning, and they would like to talk about the importance of fitness and nutrition. So just some more elements that we're trying to bring into Star City BMX. Can you go to the other one with the dates on it? Oh, okay, we don't have that one. So we have a list of possible dates beginning in March all the way till Grand's prep. And our team kind of behind the scenes are aware of these dates, and Justine will be posting about these and keeping everyone informed. March 18th is the first date of our first mini clinic. It falls during the week, so we're aware of school schedules and things like that. And we also know that since it is during the week, we're just excited to get on our bikes. We're excited to get our bodies ready for our first race, which is scheduled April 6th.
As Trish mentioned, I will be kind of handling all of the social media postings. We plan on using Sign Up Genius. Each clinic will have a cap of so many people, but in hopes to gather that information so we can communicate any cancellations or any rescheduling that needs done. I plan to at least post the clinics a month in advance just so we have some planning. Like Trish said, we have some weekend clinics, we have some during the week. Everything, we worked quite a few hours going through different school district schedules,
breaks, all the nationals, all the gold cups to hopefully accommodate the riders that have volunteered to give us our time for the clinics.
We have some of the best riders in our area who have graciously volunteered their time, skills, and expertise, and they're motivated to help our riders at all levels become better and more confident racers. How lucky are we? Will the riders who have volunteered please stand up to be recognized? We're going to call your names, by the way.
So Nathan, Bryce, Jaden, Jamie, Willow, is she here? And Kyla, and Dominic.
Everyone give these folks a round of applause, please. Thank you. This is a new and evolving team, so any ideas and input are welcome. Also, if you are interested in joining our clinic team of leaders, please reach out to Justine and I, and we can go from there. We are truly appreciative of everything these riders are willing to do for all of our kids, our families, and our track. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. So, race manager report, Ken Beckman.
All right, thank you. Today was a big day for USA BMX. They released their new website, and it crashed. So I don't know if it's working right now or not. It's back up? Okay. But they did post that your 2024 points are final. So for your number plate for this year, for 25, you can look at what number you finished in 24, unless you're running Gold Cup or National plates. Next slide. So going through some of the rules, I don't know if you've been following along, but they're changing some things this year. So starting with proficiency advancement, it's only going to count as a win if you're novice and intermediate. If a rider beats at least 2 riders of the same age group and skill level, or better. So what does better mean? If you're 5 and under through 16, you must beat 2 others who are in your age group or older, and they have to be at the same skill or higher. Very good? And then if you're older, 17 and over, you must beat at least 2 others who are in your age group or younger at the same skill level or higher. So this new website and the mobile app that's supposed to be coming out is supposed to make it super easy to track. We'll see, but we'll help you. So just know it's a little different. So if you get thrown in with, a totally different age group, it might not necessarily count as a win. Next slide. So state championship series. In the past, whatever address your state is in, that is the state series you raced in. This year it's open borders, they're calling it. So you can race, this, like the Jeffalonis, right? This will benefit them. So they live in Iowa for some reason, but they race in Nebraska mostly. So this year they can compete in Nebraska's series. The one thing we thought they'd do is make you choose your state and stick to one state. However, they did not, so you can actually do multiple state series if you choose. So just be aware of that. In our series in Nebraska, you might get some out-of-staters. The Wild Wild West, that's right, Josh. Also, last year, they had your best 8 locals. This year, they're changing that a little, because that really threw some people off. Take like a Robert Bowman, for example, who came back to Nebraska to race a few times. He didn't have a chance in the series because he didn't get his locals in. So that's a little different too. Next slide, please. All right, total point motos. So This year they're going to switch. If there's 8 or less riders, it's going to be total points. So what does that mean? You race all 3 rounds, no matter what. However, they've already added a caveat on that, so tracks can choose whether they're going to do the total points or the advanced like we did before. So we're in conversation with Omaha and Kearney. We're going to try to standardize it. Not really, I don't know what you're leaning towards, Josh, but probably not total points to start.
I do not like total
Yeah.
points.
So we'll kind of take so I think that's kind of the reaction from the nation is USA BMX made it sound great, like everybody wanted it. Then most people I talked to did not want it, so.
Well, the big thing is you have to wait after your third round to find out what you got.
Yes.
And that can take a long time.
It's really going to put a lot of, I mean, I've expressed this a little bit. It's going to put a lot of stress on us volunteers too, especially. It's going to be a lot more work on our end to total up the points every single round. Or the traditional transfer system is, honestly, it's a lot easier on us.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, so it delays a little. Bryce, what do you got?
I have a question. So does this transfer into the state series?
What do you mean?
Would we be running total points for the state series if our track is doing total points? Or
That's what we're going to decide as a state. So that's to be determined. Yeah, we're going to have to standardize the state series. Yep, absolutely. Good question. Also, timing and scoring. So if you're not aware, if you're, let's see, girls expert, you have to have a transponder at national events. And then they're doing seating and gates based on the times, and that's just for the main, correct?
no.
All
no
of them?
mains. It's
No
only
mains.
for qualifying. So it's only for semis, quarters, eights, stuff like
Okay.
that. And
So the qualifying rounds.
you pick off the gate pick. So if you're slowest, then you pick last.
Gotcha.
You get last gate.
You guys hear that? So if you're
Bryce, you want them?
Your experts basically in your semis, quarters, you're going to go up to the gate. You're not going to know what gate you're in, but if you have the slowest time, I'll just say, you're going to pick last. If you have the fastest time, you'll pick your gate first. So you'll go up there, they'll tell you you're up, you pick your gate, and you go.
That's only for nationals.
It's only for nationals, correct. We don't have timing at Star City. Omaha has timing, but it's not a requirement in Omaha that you have to get a transponder. So only if you're traveling.
I'll start this one. All right, this is what we were talking about earlier. If you guys haven't known, we're building a pump track. It's only been on for like 3 years now.
No applause.
Before we really get started, I know it's been a long 3 years, a long wait, and it seems like nothing's happened. But I want to give a huge shout out to people like Tim and Casey and Chris that have been behind the scenes working their butt off. We've had tons of hoops to jump through with the city, mainly building and safety. So if you want to go blow that place up, that'd be great. I mean, I work in construction, so I deal with them a lot. They are the worst organization in the city. So with that said, we've done a lot of work behind the scenes to make this happen. So we'll get started here. So kind of highlight the yellow brick area over there. That's where the pump track will be. This is the design I drew up about 3 years ago when we first went to the city to propose to have a pump track. And to kind of move along, that's kind of what it would look like in the end. And then with that, we worked with associates down their local engineering company. And then as well as Pump Track USA that were able to put in CAD files, and that way they were able to figure out square footage and yardage. So a big hurdle we have to jump through is that where we are located, we're actually in the floodplain, meaning we can't just bring dirt into the floodplain. We have to have zero net fill and all that. So pretty much meaning we have to use dirt that's on site to build it. So we had a lot of calculations, all that behind the scenes to figure out. And so this is a little more a CAD file drawing what it would look like. Yeah, let me go. So my design has the internal line right here will be more of a pump section area, and then the outer bank line will be more of a jump section. So if you, for example, if you go up to like Sioux City or Sioux Falls? Sioux City. They can have internal pump track and then, as well as the jump section that goes downhill. So we kind of want a little bit of best of both worlds on this. You want to take over this part?
So this is just the phased approach to the pump track. So, you know, like Josh said, first we're going to move the dirt, then we're going to asphalt it, and then we're going to do signage. From there we'll do some fencing and some landscaping and a shelter so it really looks like a park atmosphere. So when Anthony was talking about, 55 sounds like a lot of money, 55,000, it's going to go quick. So once we start building, Mackenzie and some others are going to head up some fundraising. Next slide. Josh was talking about a lot of things we've been doing behind the scenes. This just lists them out. Basically, 2021 is when we approved it and started the design, and it took till 2024 to kind of get the green light. So a lot of time, a lot of work. Next slide, John. So this is the kind of the layout of the land. So we'll start with the green circles, number 1. That's our starter shed. We had to get that into compliance, redo the electric, do some other things there. 2 is the announcer tower. That's now in compliance. And then 3 is the finish line. We had to do some electrical there. So those 3 structures are staying and in compliance. In the yellow circle right here, that's our bike shed, concessions, and registration. None of those buildings are in compliance, so they will be leaving. And actually, the concessions and registration have already been moved. The registration building is already off-site. So since Thanksgiving, we've been doing a lot of work. The other yellow circle are the 2 20-footers. Those are not in compliance either because they're on the ground. The white one, it was in rough shape, so we got rid of it. You had to put a tarp over the mower and get rained on. But the red container we're going to use in the future. So next slide. So site plan, we had some questions where we're getting the dirt. Bottom right is the excavated area. That's where we'll pull the dirt. We'll have to build a berm and the pump track, and we'll talk about the berm here in a second. Next slide. So the berm, the reason we need to do a berm is because we're in the floodplain. So all our buildings have to be elevated 1 to 2 foot above floodplain. So basically a berm is a big pile of dirt that we're going to put buildings on top of in the simplest form, but it's actually kind of complicated. Next slide. So we had to hire a structural engineer to tell us we can't just put containers on dirt. We have to do concrete piers. So here's what the structural engineer came up with. There'll also be dirt, but we'll have concrete piers for support on those. Right now, the design is 2 40-footers and a 20. We hope to get to 3 40-footers next to each other. Next slide. That's just a drawing of the concrete. Next slide. So this is what we decided on our first 40-footer. This is going to be your concession and registration building. And that's what it looks like on the ground. Next slide. All 4 doors on the side and one end open up. So it's extremely flexible. We can do what we want with it. Next slide. So this is a neat little drawing Chris did on his computer. But basically far right is going to be registration. So we'll have the 2 doors open, but you'll have a window for registration. Then we'll have a walk-through door for the volunteers. And then the 2 left side doors, we can open all of them or one of them so that concessions has 1 or 2 windows. So we're going to kind of play with that to see, a smaller race, you might only have 1 open. Bigger race, we could have 2 open. Next slide. So we'll start top left. That's just kind of the design, registration, and then 2 concession windows. We have the concession tables, fridges, shelves. So it's a really cool layout that we can change if it doesn't work for us. Next slide. Just kind of the floor plan again. Left side registration with windows. Got the walk-through door, 2 windows on the right. Fridges, shelves, tables on the back. So it is on the ground right now. It is framed, insulated, sheeted. The electrical's done. The windows are almost done. The counters are there but not installed yet. Data's probably going to happen here in the next couple days. So we could race tomorrow if we needed to. And right now it is sitting where concessions and registration was. Long term, it'll get raised up onto the berm, but for the beginning of the season, it'll be on the ground, and we'll operate out of that. That way that we can work with the weather, so whenever we can move dirt, we can move dirt. Next slide. Okay, so since you've been at the track for the last race, this is our list, and the ones crossed out have already happened. So I kind of already talked about that. Concessions, registration, they're moved. The 40-footer's there. It's almost ready to go. We've done building permits. We've done wiring. We've built counters. We still have some work to do on registration desk and some shelving. We've been working on cleaning out the bike shed. We moved all the bikes into the other 40-footer that was on the ground. So a lot of work going on, a lot of work to do. So if you have some free time and just wondering if we're out there, we're probably out there. So call us. Thanks to Chris and Casey, a lot of the movings, like he's been out there. Garrett's been out there. A lot of people, Josh's been out there. So you volunteers are awesome. Next slide. So this is just a timeline. By January 31st, we have to have the building permit submitted. That's already done. By April 30th, we have to have the dirt excavated. By the 31st of July, we have to be using the 40-footer. And then by September 30th, 25, we have to have all non-compliant buildings off-site. 2 of the 4 are already gone. So we're well on the way. Next slide. Okay, before awards, do we have any questions on the projects or any comments? Perfect. You got anything? Okay. Did anyone not sign the card that we have going around? Okay. All right, Josh.
So to be a little transparent on this, to add on to what Tim was saying. So part of the reason why we have a timeline is because of the wonderful people at Building Safety that have been so wonderful to work with, decided that they have a FEMA audit next October. So they decided this past October to tell us that, oh, we need all this done by next October so they can get the FEMA audit incorrect. So that's part of the reason why we have such a strict timeline now. So just kind of a little transparent there. And also I want a big shout out to Tim, Casey, Schmidt, Slacky. They've been busting their butts this winter to get everything ready and get that container all framed up, insulated, good things moved. So thank you guys. So a round of applause for them, please. All right, on to awards.
Yay!
Can I get Alex? Where's Alex?
Oh.
Alex, get up here. So first up are Above and Beyond awards. I just need to help the trophies. So we had some board members nominate some kids that were kind of went above and beyond that would help out and on race day or during the week or work days. So we got a few people on our board I want to come up and recognize. First, Trisha. So Trisha nominated Lydia Beckman.
Okay, Lydia, we want to recognize you. We always see Miss Lydia walking around the track handing out the corner flags, trying to find volunteers. She is always picking up trash before races and practice, and you're always helping at the scoring at the finish line. To name a few attributes of Lydia that I feel we have all seen: accountability, confidence, and patience with your teaching. And most importantly, we feel Lydia will give anything she can at all times, even sharing your candy treats with my scavenger boys. Thank you, Lydia, for being such a positive role model at our track.
You want to stream it? And to have every Beyond and Above and Beyond award participant will get a free gift card. Next up, Mackenzie.
I don't think he's here, but Anders Hansen, I want to give him an award for always being willing to help out. Like, he races, but if we ask him to do corner, he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And not only that, but if you have not noticed his dance moves in corner 3, look out for them. So, Kate, do you want to pick out a card for him? And keep it or give it to him, whatever you want to do.
You should keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it too.
All right, next up, Cheryl.
Good job,
So I nominated Emma Polson and actually Lydia both. So Lydia got nominated twice. But both of those girls, their help in concessions pre-race and post-race, there are days that I have showed up and everything has been wiped down, cleaned up, swept up, ready to go. They don't hesitate to help me unload. Concessions is a lot of work, and they are always willing to be right there to help me out. So I also nominated Emma, and I don't know if Brian wants to come grab a gift card for her.
Again, you don't have to tell her if you don't want to. All right, next up, Alex.
All right, this young man I've nominated. He comes out, helps, flags, general really good attitude, just always in a good mood, and always eager to help. We affectionately call him Toby. His name is Jacoby Jones. There he is. Good job, buddy. You're the man.
Coach Kobe.
All right, the final one is someone I nominated. This kid came out a lot this year on work days, race days, whenever it was. His parents are great volunteers now. This kid also helped me with when I did the track rebuild at the beginning of the year when I did the third and first straight. I gave him a ride in the skid leather. He talked my head off for about an hour over the machine. And that person is Coach Schmidt. Thank you, Cole. All right, next up. So, Alex is really upset you didn't choose this one this year. So, last year we started a tradition of choosing a race that we thought was really exciting. It's a race that's picked up by the president and the TO. This year's well, last year's race will be the 13 over Open on August 17th, 2024. It was our state weekend.
Unanimous too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty unanimous. It was. So here's a video of that race. So this is pretty cool. This is the whole shot. So as you know, Bowman won the race, but Beckman got the whole shot. And me, as a race fan, I love that. That was one of the coolest things and one of the coolest races of the year right there. So congrats. Robert's not here, but congrats, Jake.
Who took the first video? Where'd that come from?
So the video, thanks to Chris Sondrup and Ian Miller. So it was, we couldn't decide which one to use, and they both had good angles. So, yeah, there's quite a few. And so Tim was able to kind of collab the two videos together. And who was the corner official that?
Me, Chris Sondrup, and Chris Martin.
Yeah. So thank you to Tim for putting all that together. All right, moving on to our Rookie of the Year. So our criteria for Rookie of the Year, they have to start in 2024. It goes off the most district points than any other rookie in that season. Star City has to be your home track. And the awards will be presented by the 23 Rookies of the Year. Is Ella, I don't think she's here. And so can I have Colton Leibhart come up? Colton was our 2023 Rookie of the Year. So it's just tradition that we have the previous Rookie of the Year pass on to the new one. So first up, Lydia Sawyer. Hold on, Lydia. So Lydia started in May 24. She's a 9 novice, accumulated 449 district points, earned top 13 district point number. Congrats. And is the third Sawyer to start racing. All right, next up, Aiden Murray. Aiden started in April this year. Is a 12-year-old intermediate currently. Accumulated 902 points, earned top 77 district number, and has 10 wins on the season. Pretty good rookie year. All right, moving on. So next up is our 2024 point leader criteria. So it's only the points you accumulated at Star City. Home track does not matter, so you can be anywhere from anywhere and win one of these top 3 awards. And I'll say top 3 of each bracket, which is cruiser, gold cruiser, boys, and girls. So starting with girl cruiser. First up, Rui Sandra. Wow, you aged a little bit. Next up, Lydia Beckman, or Linda, like we like to call her now. And your top girl cruiser point leader is Clifton Kate Hansen. You can smile, you know.
Big smile.
All right, congrats to our girl cruisers. Next up, our boy cruisers. Third place, going to Adrian Slipka.
Good job, Adrian.
Are you in pajamas?
It's his bedtime after this.
All right, second place, the Mad Dog, Max Snell.
Good job, Mad Dog. Loves it. Alex.
All right, first place, the undisputed Jaden Beckman. I would like to add, this is the 5th year in a row that Jaden's got the first place cruiser award. Huh? All right, next up, the girls. Third place is going to Kira Crane. I'll have to send that through. Second place, the little tornado, Kylie Snell. And the 2024 Grand National Champion.
She has left the building.
She's right. She's hiding.
Good job.
Hey Kylie, you got the same place as your brother. That's an inside joke. All right, first place in the girls, no other than Clip and Kate Hansen.
Good job, Kate.
All right, on to the boys club. Third place. You can just stand up there. Mr. Light Street himself, Alex Snell. Second place, it's going to go to Tyler Soul.
You big guy. Good job, Tyler.
In first place, it's going to go to Jaden Beckman. All right, we'll put this up again later, but this is kind of show you what the points outside top 3 look like. I would like to point out the battle for the boys for third place between Slipka and Avini was super close. In fact, if someone needs to tell Avini that they would have showed up to the last race, Jack would have got third place. Now that's all it took was this one race. And that's how close some of these point battles can get. So that's pretty cool. And too, I like to show it's pretty cool that we have quite a few. Not just Lincoln riders, but Omaha riders that are in the point running. And a lot of times we have Omaha riders or even Kearney riders like Kira that will get our point championship. So that's pretty cool. And this is just kind of a little record going a year back. 4 years back, kind of show you what the previous winners were. And like I said earlier, Jaden Beckman has a run going on here. Maybe you need to get a cruiser, Bryce.
I got you.
All right, this next award, the Rider of the Year. So this is a pretty cool award that we created a couple years ago. As a rider, there's the criteria for it. A rider must be an expert or girl expert to be eligible, show good skill and racing ability, has Star City as a home track. Big one, has to show good character and helpful off the track, and a role model to others. This is really obviously we want a good racing, a good skilled rider, but really a big one is good character and role model to others. All the nominees were selected by Star City board members, and the winner will be the people's choice. You guys are the people. So first up, the big guy, Gage Soul. So the write-up from the board member, while his dad has volunteered so much of his time, Gage can also be found at the track, lending a hand, whether that is be moving water, raking, or generally doing whatever he's asked. He never hesitates to help where he can, and he has a positive attitude while doing it. This is kind of some of his accomplishments. He holds 4 plates right now. That's on Cruiser N class. So that's your first nominee. Next one. He won 2 years ago. Oh, and by the way, Gage is the current Rider of the Year. Jaden won it 2 years ago. So this is some of Jaden's accomplishments in the 2024 season. Just a few. But the person nominated had this to say: for his exceptional. I can't say that word. Yeah, that word. And I announced, guys, this is as for his dedication, inspiring leadership both on and off the track, Jaden has proven himself not only a top-tier BMX athlete, but as also a role model who embodies the values of the sportsmanship. All right, next up, Lickly Split, Jamie Liddell. So this one I thought was really, really cool. How many plates this guy holds right now? So Jamie, he is incredible with kids, especially when he's run into each other on and off the track. And I'll like to say Jamie is a really, really talented rider, very humble, very soft-spoken as well. So, and has a list of accomplishments. And our final nominee is the myth, the man, the legend, Wade Ulrich.
What do you need?
So, this is what we have to say about Wade. He has incredible character at the track, always encouraging riders, big and small, on and off the track, always cheering on riders when he's not racing. Most impressive is how observant Wade is. He knows everyone's names, he knows their accomplishments, can rattle off any rider's recent new skill or what they just happen to do. And this doesn't just apply at the track. If you go out to nowhere any given Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday, Wade is out there in the park, on the pump track, encouraging riders, helping them, pushing them up and down the hill, just helping anyone he can. So Wade is a huge inspiration. So that's our 4 nominees. So you guys want to send them towards the back?
Just send yours down.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good goal. You gotta have goals. So I've been there once. Where's Gold Cup finals? You know? Drum roll.
All right. Votes have been tallied. Are they certified? No, that's like a big deal now. I don't know. Well, depending on who the winner is, you put actual alcohol in there.
Okay.
All right. Let's see who the winner is. Well. Wait over it.
I'll give you one too. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Wait, I have you on my wall.
I have to say, all those riders were deserving of this award, but Wade really topped the cake, man.
I didn't want Jaden to get another one. I was hoping anybody but Jaden.
So, yep.
Oh, this one's Jaden. Okay.
Yes.
I want this trophy instead, but I will hold on to it for a year, and I look forward to handing it off next year. Thank you, everyone. I had a hard time voting for myself, to be honest, but I did. But yeah, thank you, everyone. The other candidates, yes, Jamie Liddell, everybody, Jaden, thank you. You're awesome. Great to be here. Great that you're all here with us tonight. You're a great family to be with. So. Yeah.
No, you don't need it for you.
Okay. Don't break it.
Don't lose it.
Don't break it.
Just clean the cup before you bring it back.
Don't bring it back with Cheerios in it.
Can't skip over yourself.
I don't think this one out.
Hey, so Josh has 12 years of service to Star City BMX. Yeah, that's incredible. It's all volunteer. He spends a lot of hours out there. Really excited to see what he's going to do this year. You know, with that pump track. You know, he's the type of guy that just can hop in the Bobcat and build something and it flows. Super incredible. But designer dirt, soil scientist. Maybe we'll add some more titles to you this year. But thanks for everything, man. We appreciate you. Best CEO around.
Thanks, Tim. Really, thank you, all of you guys. I want to be able to keep doing this as long as I have. It wasn't for this is a great BMX family that just won't let me leave, honestly. No, it's really been fun. I don't know how many years left I got of this. I don't really think it try to think about it like that. I try to take it year by year. So thank you guys. Thanks to everyone. It's been a long ride with me. And thank you to Natalie for putting up with me the whole time.
You said you got 12 more.
All right. So good luck in 2025. If you guys haven't seen the Facebook, come up in a couple of weeks, February 8th. Make sure you make your way up to Omaha. Go to their awards banquet. Go see Joey and the gang. Joey's, oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I like what you're doing now. We're good.
So yeah, that's at the ICC bowling. I can't say that word either.
You can do it.
Yeah, no. I have a speech impediment and I can't read. And I announce, guys. So make sure you get up there, support Omaha BMX. As well, if you're looking for something to do, any Tuesday, Thursday evening, or Sunday, go see Carl and the gang out in Nowhere compound. I know I preach this every year. Yeah, go see Wade. We talk about how winter right here sucks and you can't ride. Nowhere is literally 20 minutes down the road on Highway 2. It's a great place to go ride. Yes, it's an indoor skate park, but also has a pump track. And there's no way I can, in my experience, there's not a better way to spend your winter than trying to ride a skate park or ride the pump track out there. It's a great break from racing and a way to improve your bike handling skills. Stay on your bike, stay active. So please go out to Nowhere, support Nowhere, go see Wade, and keep staying on your bike. That's all we got.